I'd like to share with you a personal leadership moment. I was asked to chair a leadership conference in Barcelona, and I was really looking forward to this. In fact, it was leadership and diversity was the subject matter. 400 pan-European leaders coming in together. And I was wearing my usual work uniform, a dark suit and a white shirt. And it's first thing in the morning, and I'm standing outside the hotel in Barcelona, and I want to take in the vibe. With my limited Spanish, I wanted to open up the conference in Spanish. And I'm thinking, how am I going to do this? Let's get into the vibe. As I'm standing there, a brand new Rolls Royce pulls up. A chauffeur in a grey uniform and a peaked cap steps out, walks around to the front, opens a back door, and out steps an absolutely gorgeous middle-aged Iberian woman. Absolutely everything is in the right place. Her hair is superb, the jewellery is fantastic, haute couture, and the most expensive fur coat I've ever seen. The chauffeur walks behind her, takes the fur coat off her shoulders, lays it over her arm, climbs back into the car and drives off. I'm standing there trying to get into the mood, into the zone for the conference. So I'm a million miles away, and she steps, she says, "Excuse me, please, sir," in perfect English with an Iberian accent. "Do you know where the leadership conference is today?" I said, "Yes, of course, it's in the ballroom downstairs." She says, "Thank you very much indeed," and places the fur coat over my arm and walks downstairs. I'm never normally short for words. I was speechless. Before I could even think of what to do, a voice came over the tannoy. "Please welcome your host for today, René Carriol." I ran down the stairs, jumped onto the stage, and did my Buenos Dias, welcome to Barcelona. And everyone in the audience is pointing at this fur coat that's hanging over my arm. And I share with them, this fur coat belongs to someone who's sitting here in the auditorium. And you know what, I'm sure she'd like to come on stage and collect her fur coat. And I tell the whole story. We turn the auditorium lights on and nobody moves. I start looking around, we find her, and it's the longest walk in the world. When she comes up, I say to her that sometimes wrong assumptions are our greatest learning opportunity. We laugh clumsily, and the learning moment was there for not just for her, but for 400 people in the auditorium. We'll never forget that moment. I've been back and forth to Barcelona maybe 3 or 4 times. I've always had dinner with her and her husband, and the first thing we talk about is the fur coat. And it's something that will never go away. So the lesson, I think, is the illiterate of the 21st century won't be those who can't read and write. It'll be those who can't learn, unlearn, and relearn.